Hello IELTS seekers, welcome back to my channel Navneet's English Planet. Today I have brought for you the IELTS speaking interview sample. At the end of this video, I'll let you know about the mistakes which were there in the speaking. Let's start with your speaking test. What is your name?
My name is Bhavleen Kaur.
What is the meaning of your name?
The meaning of my name is to concentrate on any particular subject.
How may I address you?
You may call by my first name Bhavleen.
Okay, Bhavleen. Would you like to ever change your name?
No, generally it was given to me by my grandfather and it's my social identity, so I would not change my name in the future.
Okay. Are you working or you are a student?
Honestly speaking, I am a student and I have recently passed my senior secondary education in the most eminent school of my hometown. But now I have decided to move abroad to carry out my higher studies.
Okay. Do you like your subjects?
Of course, yes. As when I was in senior secondary education, then I was more inclined towards doing some calculations regarding accounts, and I want to have a keen desire to know about how the business operates. So I chose that subject, and now I am happy that I have chosen a very subject that is more beneficial for me.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions related to museums. Are there any museums in your hometown?
No, as I am living in a small town, so there are not any eye-catching artifacts to see. But still, there are several cities which are which are far away from my own living area. So there we can view several museums and some national art galleries.
Okay. Do you think museums are useful for the visitors?
Of course, yes, as they not only gives the information about the history, but also generates a great idea that how the kingdom was operated by the prince, as well as how they were totally developed their nation. And we can also view the history for about that how the development was done of our own city by watching only the museums.
Do you often visit a museum?
Frankly speaking, no, because I'm a student, I'm having a hectic schedule. So whenever I'm having leisure time, then I usually prefer to play some outdoor games or to spend a quality time with my kith and kin. But I haven't paid any visit to museum frequently.
Did you go to any museum when you were a child?
If my memory serves me right, it was the time when our school organized a trip to Amritsar. Then I went there to see various museums in that city. So it was a time when I spent time with my friends as well as view a great art gallery there.
When was the first time you visited a museum?
It was 2 years back when my family and I paid a visit to Nainital to explore that place as well as to spend a quality time with each other. Then there we went to a museum which was related to any prince of Harappa period. Then we viewed that museum the most.
Okay. Do you think it is suitable for the museums to sell things?
As far as my views are concerned, then I do believe that museums should offer several antique objects to the public so that they can enhance their knowledge, as well as the payment they received is just a form of income for them which can be used for their maintenance.
Okay. Now I am going to ask you the cue card. Describe a time when you got up early in the morning. When did you get up early? Why did you get up at that time? What did you do? How did you feel about it? You have 1 minute to prepare it.
Honestly speaking, I was a night owl and did not prefer to wake up early in the morning, but it was a time in the last year when this habit of mine was totally changed. And it was just a time when there was my periodic examinations in the school, and before the examinations I met with an accident. Then I was totally unaware that what to do, that I was not in any condition to go to school and to give examination wholeheartedly, but still somehow I managed But before going to school, I got to know that there was inner injury in my body, and I am not able to go there. So I realized that I should told my teacher that how would I do, what should I do that to handle this exam, that I'm not in a condition to give this. But she told that the exam has been postponed after 2 days. But when I consulted the doctor, then he told me that my leg was totally fractured and there was a major injury in my arm also. So I told her that I am not in a condition to do, but still I burn midnight oil to give my best to, so that I should go there and give exam, and it's not a very critical issue too much. But somehow it was a very daunting task for me to go, as I was feeling very dizzy as after eating medicines. But after 2 days, when I got to know that 2 days my exam, then I wake up early in the morning because I haven't studied properly, as especially it was the exam of history, and I was not well versed in remembering all the dates and the period of that prince or kingdoms and all. So I prefer to wake up early in the morning at 4:30 a.m. So I realized that it was the moment when I was totally over glad that I did something productive, and I didn't only learn my subject but also paid focus on the nature, that how the birds were chirping, sunrise and the mesmerizing views of sunrise. And I also saw my mother doing all the household chores in the morning, and I realized that I should change my habit. And after that day, it totally underwent a change, and till now I am an early riser, and I don't want to change this habit again.
Do you know anyone who gets up early in the morning?
Yes, of course, and she is none other than my own mother, as she wakes up early in the morning, do all household chores, maintain all the bills of electricity as well as water supply. And if I talk about her hobbies, then she usually wake up early in the morning and worship the goddess in the temple and she usually do exercises in the morning to remain fit.
Why do people get up early in the morning?
Well, it entirely depends on the work that people have to carry out. As if I talk about the youngsters or students, they usually wake up early in the morning to carry out their pending tasks which they left the day before. And the senior citizens are more inclined towards remaining fit, as they are fitness freak and usually go for a walk or do yoga. And those who are involved in working community wake up early in the morning to go to their workplaces on the time.
What kind of situations need people to arrive early?
Well, this is an interesting question, and if I talk about the basic reasons to wake up early in the morning is to do the pending task, as no one is having a desire to procrastinate their work, as they want that they should be done with their work and can spend a quality time with the kith and kins. So this is the basic reason that they don't want to delay their work. And apart from this, those who are health conscious wakes up early in the morning so that they can remain in shape.
Why do some people stay up till late at night?
As I mentioned before, those who are passionate about completing their task, they just do their task during the night hours so that they can do all the activities without any type of distractions. Apart from this, those who are film fanatic usually watch movies at night on some online platforms to rejuvenate their mind, which is not possible during the daytime because they don't have a veil of time.
This is the end of your speaking test. Thank you.
Thank you.
The time for assessment. First of all, let me begin with those points which take this speaking to band score 7. The fluency which was maintained throughout was the biggest plus point of this speaking. On number 2, the usage of the sentence starters in an impressive way was something that makes this speaking wonderful. If I talk about the downside, then I must say that there were some grammatical errors. First form was used instead of second at 2 or 3 places. Then the other thing, the biggest point worth mentioning is that it was said I had to give the exam, but the student always takes the exam and the teacher always gives the exam. So these were a few points which the students needed to work on. Now, for more videos like this, for the useful content on IELTS, do like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you're visiting it for the very first time. Thanks for watching.